questions. All right, William, did you do a good job on those questions?
Yeah, I did.
All right, here we go.
I did great.
Now, question number 21. Here we go. Let's see if we're reasoning any better. Oscar, you ready for this? All right, I appreciate that. William, read, go.
Okay. Moving cutting fabric, replacement flour to be 13 3/4 inches wide. If you have a piece of fabric that is 82 inches and 1/2 inches long, how many placements can you use? Can you cut from the fabric?
What do we got?
So I got 6 inches.
6 what, though?
6 inches square.
No. Now listen, what are we trying to find? Read the question again. How many what?
How many placements?
There you go, right there. It's asking placemats. This time we're not trying to find a unit. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
So you are correct. 6 placemats. Now, how did we get the 6 placemats? We just did what?
I just did like 82 and 1/2, like 13 3/4, and I kept adding it until I got to.
That's exactly
82.
correct. Now, the other thing I want you to look up here on the board. All right, everybody look. That's one way of doing it, exactly what he said. You could just subtract out 13 3/4 until you run out of material. The other thing I want to show you guys, please look up, guys. I'm trying to show you how to do a little better thinking on these things. All right, so does everybody know, like, here is the fabric that you're having, all right? And generally we say fabric is in some long rectangular piece. And like I said, some people know that, some people do not. Does everybody understand that, right? You have this long piece of fabric, all right? And that fabric is 82.5 inches long. Now we're going to cut some placemats. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting, that's a placemat. That's a placemat. That's a placemat. Does everybody see that? So what am I doing to the actual fabric? What am I doing? What do we call that? Yeah, we're dividing it up. That's exactly right. We're dividing it up into pieces that are what? 13 3/4 inches. All right? Come on now. Anybody have any questions with that? So there would just be 6 placemats. All right? Again, I think drawing a picture is very beneficial. All right? Yep. I'm glad to hear that. All right. Now, I'm going to let Oscar read this one and explain it to us. All right, go ahead, Oscar.
The largest and smallest sea stars in a record measured about 37 and 47 inches and 7/10 inch long. Representatively, how many times larger is the largest sea star?
What did you get?
50.
Yeah, it is actually 54 times. Now, I was listening to the conversation yesterday, and some of you guys were having trouble. So once again, I want to show you something. Please look up again. I'm going to emphasize this because sometimes I think people just see fractions, and it's just kind of hard to see it. All right, so what I want to do is I'm going to highlight these numbers right here. I'm going to say, let's say the largest starfish was 10 inches, and the smallest was what? 2 inches. If I said how many times bigger is the larger one than the smaller one, most people can look at that and say it's just what?
8.
Now that's 8 inches bigger. I said how many times bigger? It'd be 5 times larger. You see that? Why is it 5 times larger? Because 2 times 5 is what? 10. All right? So again, sometimes I think it's easier if you make these numbers a little bit more manageable. All right? So we'd say in this case, we just divided 10 by 2, which means you're supposed to have on your paper 37 4/5 divided by 7/10. All right? That's what I'm looking for. All right? Is everybody okay with that? Any questions? What? Come on, William. Go get your calculator. Let's go. What?
So you can take points off if you mix up. Is the inch or the?
Yeah, you're gonna definitely.
Okay.
You have to put the units down. That's part of it. Writing the operation, that's part of it.
I dropped it
All right. That's why I don't set it there. All right. It's very disruptive. What?
And also, I'm blanking, but I got 37 1/10. How do you make that into 54?
Try it on the calculator. Right there is the answer. Type it in. Let's go. Come on. All right. Here we go. Now, number 23. Brian, what are you thinking? Go ahead.
Okay, so I put 6 times 5 is 35, and 4 and 7 over 8 is less than 5, so I said maybe that's
Yeah, you do. It's definitely yes. Now, what I want you to do is, I want you to tell me one more time because I didn't quite hear you.
so
How did you do this?
I did like, because 6 times 5 is 35.
6 times 5 is what?
Wait, 30.
30. It's okay. Listen, it's okay. That's why I was confused. Don't worry. Don't worry. You're still correct though. You hear me? Right? So I like what she said. What she did was she just rounded that. 4 and 7/8 to what? 5. And then 6 times 5 is what? 30. Does everybody agree with that? So that was an easy way to say, yeah, obviously you have enough. All right? But we could have also, Ryan, what I really would like you to do is, I would just like you to say 6 times 4 and 7/8 because you have a calculator. All right? What?
I didn't really get it. I didn't think of rounding, but if you do 6 times 4 and 7/8,
That's exactly
is
correct.
that the answer?
What is that? How much?
$29.20.
Yeah, $29.25. So do you have enough money?
Yeah, I didn't.
Yes.
I thought we were supposed to do something with 35 too.
Well, the 35 is what you're comparing the $29.25 to, right? It would cost you $29.25 for the fabric. Everybody okay with that? All right. So now, question number 24. We've done this enough now. You guys should be able to tell me area of a rectangle. What do I do, Ray?
You multiply base.
That's exactly right. So I want area equals 6 2/5 times 2 3/4, and you would tell me that's what?
17
17 3/5 what?
inches
Inches?
square.
Yes. Inches squared. Whenever you're measuring area, you're doing square inches. Yes, sir.
I got 13.
Okay, well, let's type it in on your... If you got something different, please just double check your calculator. That's what I'm asking you to do. I'm not saying she's right. I'm saying that's what she had. Does anybody else agree with that? All right? So if you came up with something different, just take your calculator out and double check it real quick. Mr. Danzy, did you get it now?
1 second.
Okay, perfect. Davis, go.
Okay, so should I read the question?
Yep.
Okay, so a recipe requires 2 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, but the only measuring spoon you have was 1/4 teaspoon. How many times do you fill this measuring spoon? And I did, I'm pretty sure, 2 1/2 divided by 1/4.
You're awesome, buddy. That's exactly right. 2 1/2 divided by 1/4. And tell me what that is.
10.
Yes,
10
you'd have to do it
teaspoons.
10. You'd have to fill it up 10 times. All right, does anybody have any questions with that? All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go down here. I want to go all the way down to question number 48, 49, and 50. I'm going to give you about 3 or 4 minutes. Go to the very back. I want everybody to do 48, 49, and 50. And like I said, I'll give you 3 or 4 minutes on that. 48 because I just feel like everybody should get 48 correct, especially with the calculator, correct? All right, so which of the following is the fractions in ascending. So ascending means going up, right? So ascending means going up. Alden, what did you get?
I didn't do this one.
Okay, come on. Come on. What?
B.
I got a B so far. B, B, B.
B.
Yeah. Are we happy with B, guys?
Yeah.
Now, again, let's talk about it. If you're not sure, I'm trying to remind you that to me it's easier to compare decimals than it is to compare fractions. Everybody agree?
Yeah.
So what I'd like for you to do is I'd like for everybody to just write 3 divided by 7 and then kind of give me 2 decimal places. What's 3 divided by 7, someone?
0.428.
0.428, okay? Then we're going to do 5 divided by 12. Somebody tell me what that is. 0.416. And of course, everybody knows that 4 over 9 is 0.444. So now you should be able to tell me which one's the smallest, right? The smallest was 5 out of 12, right? So now I know it's not these. And then after 5 out of 12 comes 3 out of 7. So there we go. Everybody pretty good with that? All right, converting a fraction to a decimal. All right, converting fractions to decimals should be relatively easy. All right, now what I want to do is I really want to show you number 49. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure something that is 12 feet by 14 feet. All right, now I'm not sure. What I want to do is I'm going to come down here and do something 12 by 14. So please watch. 1, 2, uh-oh, that's not very good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's kind of bad. But... All right. I'm going to start again. All right, so I want to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then we're going to go 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Now, this is kind of what I want you to do, but you can just draw it on your own paper. It's not really necessary, but I just want to show you what they mean. All right. Now, this across right here, watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So does everybody agree that's 12 feet across, right? Then does everybody agree that it said that 1 foot is equal to 1/4 of an inch? Right? So now what I want you to do is I want you to think of it this way. This is what? 1/4 of an inch. This is what? 1/4 of an inch. This is what? Yeah, they're all 1/4 of an inches. How many 1/4 inches do I have?
12 by 14.
You got to listen now. Right? This is what I'm talking about. Slow down. Come on, so you can do well. I'm asking you this question. How many 1/4 inches across is that? 12. So how many 1/4 inches or how many inches would that be in total? 3 inches. Thank you. I don't understand why that was so confusing. What?
Would you do 12 divided by 1/4?
Well, do that on the calculator and see instead of asking me. Come on. Somebody tell me how we did that. Come on, tell me. I want to know how I got 3 inches. And if you don't know, this is what I want. I want you to tell me you don't know so I can show you again. You understand how I got that or not? So let's look. Right. So right now, what I want to do is, this is 1/4 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch. Do you agree with me? How many 1/4 inches are there? So I did 12 times 1/4. You see what I'm saying, right? I'm trying to get you to visualize what we're doing. All right, so the top would be 3 inches. How many 1/4 inches are down the page? There are how many? 14. Thank you. Now you understand what I'm saying. Answering my question is more important. All right, very good. Thank you, Austin. So 14 times 1/4. Everybody do that. 14 times 1/4 was?
1/2.
No,
3 and 1.
3 1/2. So it's 3 inches by 3.5 inches. All right, that was very important, guys. Very important. And notice I used the grid or the graphing paper to try to help you understand exactly what they were talking about there. All right? Each foot represented 1/4 of an inch. Each foot represented 1/4 of an inch. All right, hopefully that's good. All right, now let's go back to the next question. All right? Now, anybody? Go ahead. Read it real quick.
Okay. 3 bottles, when full, each hold the same amount of water. At the present time, the first bottle is 5/6 full. The second bottle is 1/12 full, 1/12 full, and the third bottle is 1/3 full. Water will be transferred between bottles so that each bottle will contain the same amount of water. After the transfer, each of the 3 bottles will be what fraction full?
What are you thinking?
So
Tell me what I did. Tell me what you did.
So what I did was I made all of them a common denominator to 12. And then
That's exactly a great way of thinking about it.
the first one was turned into 10/12, and then 1/12, and then 4/12. And I kind of did
Let him go.
this might be wrong, but I did process of elimination.
Well, no. How many 12ths are there then so far?
What do you mean 3?
Go ahead.
15, and you divide that by
Yeah. So if you
Well, I got
add
5 12s.
what?
I got 5 12s.
Why? That's what we're saying. How did you get that?
Not the right way then.
Well, no, you did it right because what you did was you just added or you pulled some away until you got to equal amounts. That's exactly right. But what he's saying is perfect also. What do? We just add the fractions and that tells you how much you have in total, right? And because you want them all to be the same, that means what? Divide by 3. All right? So technically all you had to do was say 1/12 plus 5/6 plus 1/3, and somebody do that and tell me what that was. What was that number? Come on, guys. Use your calculator. Let's go. And if you know, tell me. If you don't know, use your calculator to tell me. Go.
It's 1 1/4.
1 1/4, correct? Now that's in total. Now we want to divide that by 3. So divide that by 3, and what do we get? How much? 5. 5/12. 5/12 what? 5/12 full. All right, that's what I want from you guys. All right, now I'm going to pause the video, and what we're going to do is we're just going to keep working our way backwards. Now everybody's got to try 45 through 47. Everybody's got to try 45 through.
Yeah.
You okay?
I thought it was 4 1/2.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. You learned something now today. That's what some of you don't understand. There's no reason to get upset when you don't know something. It's upsetting when you don't care if you don't know something. That's what's upsetting to me. All right? You're supposed to come to school to learn something. All right? So here we go. We said the answer was -2. All right? Because, again, I'm just going to mark it. We would say 4 times 1/2 minus 3. You have to hit the equal button first, and then you would say what? Divided by 1/2. And some of you even told me dividing by 1/2 is the same as times 2. That was a good thought. All right? Now, here, I was pretty happy with some of you on this one. All right? Because I do think this was kind of hard. All right? So I want someone, Mr. Danzy, tell me. What did you think?
I thought it was G.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm not saying you're wrong, but what did you think?
I thought it was H.
H? What did you think?
Wait,
No,
no.
I thought it was G.
I thought it was G, F,
H.
H,
H.
F. Good.
H.
Good. F. Good. G, G. Good.
I did it again, and it is H.
And oh, we have someone who just knows it's H, right? I like the confidence, but we'll see how smart you are. When I tell you it's H, then you feel good about it. All right, but I haven't said it's H yet. Boys, what?
H.
Oh, H. So matter of fact, right? So listen, again, I really thought this was pretty good. All right, so what I want everybody to understand is there's one giant what here? There's one giant budget. All right, so I want everybody to take a look at that. There's one budget. All right, and out of that budget, I just removed what?
1/9.
I just removed 1/9 of it. Does everybody agree? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you one other thing real quick because I think this is a good way of thinking about it. All right, now does everybody understand that's one budget, right?
Yep.
So now I'm removing this part of it right here, guys. So everybody's listening to me. I'm removing this part of it. And after I remove that part, that's about what? Who can tell me what part that is? That's about what? That's about 1/9 of it. All right? Now remember, it's one whole. Does everybody agree with me on that? And I just removed 1/9. Now I had to come along and I had to spend some money for scholarships. So I just cut out another what? I just cut out another 1/6. Now, is a 1/6 bigger than a 1/9 or less?
Bigger.
Bigger. That's right. Because the more you cut, the smaller the piece. Does everybody agree with that? Come on now. I'm giving you some good advice here. So now remember, there's one whole budget, correct? So there's 1 minus 1/9 minus 1/6. Everybody do that on the calculator for me. I know you did it differently. There's several different ways. I want you to know that. I'm just trying to tell you that's how I think a good way of thinking of it is. I'm not saying your way is not right. I'm just saying there's multiple ways of thinking about it. And that answer was what?
13/18.
13/18. So those of you guys who said H, and pat yourself on the back. That's a good job, guys.
Yes.
Good job, good job, good job. All right, that was a good job. All right, so you're getting the hang of it now because you're working. All right. Now, I want to take a look at number 47 quickly on here. And Alden, since Alden finally got the answer, we're going to see if he got the right answer. Go, Alden. Tell me what the answer is first.
D.
Someone says D. What do you say? D. D. Yeah. Are we pretty comfortable with this being D? Now, let me just try to show you something, just in case some of you are like, I'm not 100% sure. So please, you got to look up. All right, come on. I said eyes up at the board so you can see what I'm doing. All right. I'm asking you a question. From here to here is how much, guys? 11 5/8. And then I measured from here to here, and I realized that's what?
4 3/4.
And then I measure from here as that's what?
2.
And so then I'm saying, wow, I have this much left. So Alden, what was the quickest way to do that, please?
So what I did is first I made the common denominator.
No, we're not doing common denominators because we have calculators. We're not doing that. Tell us right here.
You would add 2 and 1/16 and 4 and 3/4.
You said it perfectly. Although it kind of, I'm not sure we got that on video. So say it loud and proud again. Tell me one more time. Shh.
Subtract 2 or add 2 and 1/16 and 4 and 3/4. And then subtract that with 11 and 5/8.
That is exceptionally good. That's exactly correct. Does anybody have any questions or any doubts about that? This better be a good one, Oscar.
I understand it now, but I thought it was like the circles and then you see like.
No, it's actually drawing it out for you. You don't
know.
have anything to worry about. Yes, they are asking you what's the distance from here to here, which is the same as the distance from here to here. Beautiful. Thank you for clearing that. All right. Now, here we go. And listen, I mean it when I say no reason to be frustrated. If you don't know a problem, skip it and go to the next one. And go to the next one and go to the next one. That's how you get smarter. You hear me? Don't give up on it. All right. Let's go. Get busy. All right.